How about trading for Adrian Peterson? Look, guys, we can't do a year without having the same damn story published every single offseason. No, this is fake news. Why would either party do this? This doesn't make sense beyond the name brand of Adrian Peterson. Comes to us from our friends over at Pro Football Talk, by the way. Florio says if the Cowboys want to take a hard line with Zeke, they should trade for Adrian Peterson because, well, Alfred Morris doesn't scare Zeke, but Peterson might. Guys, 2019. Zeke is not intimidated by any other running back. It's not how he feels. First off, we always have to have Adrian Peterson Cowboys in a story by somebody every single year. But the reason why this is really fake news is why would the Redskins do this? Think about this from the other side of the coin. Why would the Redskins help the Dallas Cowboys? Why would they do that? And you're thinking, oh, well, they do have Darius Geis. Well, here's the thing. Darius Geis, always hurt. Coming off an injury. You can't trust him. Chris Thompson, always hurt. Reynolds, never heard of him. Sean Wilson, Marshall, those guys are scat backs. They're not featured lead backs there. Bryce Love, coming off an injury. Samaje Perine is bad. Like, the Redskins don't have the running back depth to trade away Adrian Peterson to a division rival. And Peterson's a fine player. He proved me wrong this past year and was better than I thought he was going to be. If you want to find a running back, you can argue a trade makes some sense if you really think Zeke's not going to sign and you have to really play that game there. I just have a tough time believing it. I don't see the Redskins making that move. So, look, I get we always have to have Adrian Peterson, but don't get your hopes up on this actually being a solution here. So, no, it's fake news. We always play this game with AD. It's AD, by the way, not AP. It's called by all day. That's his real nickname. It doesn't make sense for the Redskins to do it at all. All right, I'll continue to be the bearer of bad news here. Now, how about the Cowboys and Eric Berry? I'm keeping 1 star on this one. The update, though, is noteworthy because it comes from Will McClay, a.k.a. the Cowboys' de facto GM. Now, McClay says the Cowboys will continue to monitor Eric Berry, and that is absolutely the correct decision here for Eric Berry and the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys, there's no reason to not monitor him, right? The problem is, A, McClay says the Cowboys feel good about their safeties. You and I can disagree. But the medical has not checked out for Eric Berry. Guys, it is almost August. If Eric Berry was healthy, he would have signed. He is simply not in physical shape. So as of right now, it will take something to change for the Cowboys to go out and sign Eric Berry. It's still possible. If Jeff Heath gets hurt, I think the narrative around the Cowboys safeties drastically changes. All right, if Eric Berry gets healthy, that's also worthy of a change. But until one or both of those things happen, don't get your hopes up for Eric Berry. I don't think you're going to have that scenario at the moment when it comes to the Cowboys. And you and I can disagree about how the Cowboys' strong team spot is because I don't like it all that much. I don't trust Jeff Heath, George Iloka, and Kevon Frazier plus Donovan Wilson. I don't think that's good enough. Problem is, I don't think Berry's healthy. And if Berry's not healthy, he doesn't help your team. So from that perspective, I get why the Cowboys are monitoring and not signing him right now. All right, folks, our show is brought to you by MyBookie, our friends. Head over to chatsports.com/Cowboys and use promo code GOCowboys for a 100% deposit bonus, a.k.a. you put down $50, they're going to give you $50 for free. Put down $100, they're going to give you $100. You will not find a better deal out there. Chatsports.com/Cowboys and use promo code GOCowboys. All right, as promised, let's talk about Matt Bryant here. How about him and the Cowboys? 2 stars this one, same stars it's been before, but I have an update for you guys that nobody else has out there. I am told that Matt Bryant does have interest in joining the Cowboys. On the flip side, the Cowboys, for now, haven't shown much interest, but that's your new update. If the Cowboys called, yes, Matt Bryant would have interest heading on down to Dallas and trying to be the starting kicker. Now, so far, the Cowboys have used Casey Redfern and Brett Maher in camp so far. And the results have been middling. Maher's 10 of 12. Redfern kicked today. He's 9 of 12 in camp on field goals. Matt Bryant, meanwhile, for his career, beyond an iffy 2017 where he kind of regressed a little bit there, he's been great. He's a little bit older. He's 44 years old. But do you guys trust Brett Maher and or Casey Redfern? I'm not sure that you guys do. I don't think that I do either. I would trust more about Matt Bryant. So again, here's where we sit right now on special teams. Redfern, who is really competing against Maher and Chris Jones too a little bit. Yeah, Redfern competing against Maher and Chris Jones. Those are your kickers right now. I see some comments about Cole Tracy. I will make note, nobody signed him. That's not a good sign in terms of how teams view him, by the way. So which kicker would you guys rather have? Type 1 for Maher, 2 for Redfern, or 3 for Matt Bryant? Manny wants to know why they gave Dan Bailey away. Brett Maher was better than Dan Bailey last year, guys. I'm just saying. D's Nuts says Jeff Heath, too. He is your third string kicker right now. Always, don't forget about that. Mostly threes coming in. Not surprised that you guys want Matt Bryant. All right, let me get angry again. Should the Cowboys sign Robert Nkemdiche? The answer here is hell no. Fake news on this one. This is a terrible idea. Absolutely bad idea. Nkemdiche was just cut by the Arizona Cardinals. And I get it. He was a first-round pick. There's talent. I get the allure there. Here's the problem. He has been a bust in the NFL. And entering a make-or-break year where he was on his last chance with Arizona, Nkemdiche was arrested twice in the offseason and showed up fat to training camp. That's a big deal. That's a very notable deal. Because how can you be on your last chance and come into camp fat? Do you just not care? Doesn't make sense to me. It's not worth it. This is too much like David Irving, where clearly the effort and the passion just isn't there. You can have all the talent that you want, but if you don't try, guess what's going to happen? It's not going to go over well. And beyond that, look, he's coming off his best year, and it was still pretty mediocre, especially down the stretch. Coming off an injury, got fat. I'm not interested. Plain and simple, not interested in that one. And oh, by the way, Dallas doesn't need defensive tackle help. Who is Nkemdiche going to play over? Not over Tyrone Crawford, not Antoine Woods, not Malik Collins, not Tristan Hill. Do I want a headache for my 5th defensive tackle spot? No, I don't. That's not a good influence anyway. I don't want him on the Cowboys. I would much rather take Christian Covington or Daniel Wise, who, by the way, has looked pretty good so far at camp. Obviously, it's early, but Dallas did have a notable grade on him in the draft, and it was a 4th-round grade. Kind of a big deal there. Let's move now to tight ends. We'll all kind of calm down maybe a little bit here. How about Blake Jarwin impressing and RICO Gathers isn't? Oh, guess what? This one is. 4 stars on that one. We'll start with Jarwin here, and then we'll go into RICO Gathers. Jarwin's stock continues to rise, and I do and have said I owe Blake Jarwin an apology because mid-season last year, I was like, stop giving Blake Jarwin snaps. And then he got good-ish at the end of the year. He's looked quick so far at camp. He's still really more stuck behind Jason Witten. But I do think that this is noteworthy and a good sign for the Dallas Cowboys. RICO Gathers, meanwhile, well, he is A, working as the number 4 tight end. B, now has an ankle injury. And most importantly, first off, you guys say RICO Gathers never gets chances. And then he gets a chance in practice, because that's where the changes really come, guys. Drops a pass and it leads to an interception. I get it. RICO doesn't get the same volume of chances, but what more could you possibly want out of your tight end who doesn't get to play much than, okay, get on the field. Oh, you messed up and got picked off. He doesn't have those types of mistakes available and doesn't have the leeway there. So the Cowboys tight end depth chart very clearly, Witten, Jarwin, Schultz right now. Gathers ahead of Cody McElroy. I think that will remain the case, but doesn't look that great for RICO Gathers right now. That's simply the reality of the situation. Blake Jarwin, meanwhile, I am very curious to see how he plays. And I listed Witten as the player to watch at tight end. I kind of have regrets. Kind of wish instead I'd done Blake Jarwin because now I'm very curious to see how he's used in the preseason and if, as the year goes on, he can cut in to Jason Witten's snaps. Witten is a little bit quicker this year, I think, but he's still not quick. You know, he needs to get more playing time out there, or less playing time, and I want to see if Blake Jarwin can do a little bit more there for the Dallas Cowboys. Now we're talking about receivers here, and I'll make note. Today is National Whistleblower Day, so let's talk about the officials. Did Dez catch it? Let me know in the comments section. The answer here, by the way, unequivocally, is yes. Dez Bryant caught that ball. Yes, it moved. Did Dez ever lose control? No. That was a catch. Terrible call. They botched it from the beginning. That was absolutely a catch. Shame on the whistleblowers. Also, why are we celebrating snitches? Don't understand. Let's move to linebackers then. Jaylon Smith, could he blitz a little bit more this year? I'm going to give this one 3 stars. I think it makes some sense. I would like to see it. I just don't know if it's a guaranteed outcome. I hope so. Jaylon Smith is a freak athlete. I want to see Jaylon blitz more because it allows Leighton Vander to be your main coverage linebacker. Come out in the 3-3-5. Come out in a 4-2-5. Whatever you want to use, blitz 5 guys. I think that's a good idea there. I hope the Cowboys, they used it a little bit last year. We've seen success with Jaylon Smith, who, by the way, blitzed at Notre Dame and was pretty damn effective. Had he been healthy, had he only been an edge player, he probably still would have been a first-round pick. That's how talented he was coming out of Notre Dame. So I have good expectations here for Jaylon Smith, but I am very curious to see how things develop and how things situate in terms of how the Cowboys use Jaylon when they have really, I think, the best linebacking core in the NFL. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.